comics industry doesn't want you to know this about superhero team-ups. Prepare to have your fandom shattered. Starting off our list with a gritty, street-level smackdown. Imagine the Man Without Fear, Daredevil, teaming up with the first Robin, Nightwing. Both are masters of acrobatics, stealth, and hand-to-hand combat, but they bring very different styles and philosophies to the table. Daredevil with his heightened senses and brooding intensity, alongside Nightwing, the acrobatic and wisecracking former boy wonder. This contrast in personality could lead to some great banter and some interesting conflicts as they try to work together. Just imagine the clashes between Daredevil's grim determination and Nightwing's more lighthearted approach. Think of the possibilities. A crime boss smuggling dangerous tech into Gotham, picture this. A shadowy figure in a trench coat exchanging a briefcase with a high-tech goon in the dimly lit alleyways of Gotham. Daredevil perched atop a nearby building, his senses ablaze, picks up the faintest whisper of the deal. Meanwhile, Nightwing, disguised as a street performer, uses his acrobatic skills to eavesdrop on the conversation. Or maybe a conspiracy that threatens both Hell's Kitchen and Bloodhaven. Imagine a corrupt politician pulling strings from the shadows, his influence reaching both the gritty streets of Hell's Kitchen and the neon-lit cityscape of Bloodhaven. Daredevil and Nightwing, each investigating their own side of the conspiracy, uncover a connection that forces them to join forces. These two would be an unstoppable force, taking down ninjas, mobsters, and metahuman threats with a combination of martial arts prowess and some classic superhero banter. Next up, a team-up that's all about speed and quips. Who wouldn't want to see the amazing Spider-Man swinging alongside the fastest man alive, Wally West? This would be a visual spectacle, with Spidey's web-slinging acrobatics complementing Flash's lightning-fast movements. Imagine these two racing through the city, trading jokes and taking down villains with a blend of super speed and spider sense. Maybe a rogue scientist creates a device that disrupts the Speed Force, and only Spider-Man's agility and scientific know-how can help Flash regain his powers. Picture this, Flash, suddenly slowed to a crawl, struggling to keep up with a speeding train as it careens towards a crowded station. Spider-Man, swinging through the city, spots the crisis and leaps into action, using his webs to slow the train while Flash races against time to regain his speed. Throw in some classic Spider-Man humor and Flash's lighthearted personality, and you've got a recipe for a hilarious and action-packed adventure. Let's turn up the intensity with a team-up that's brutal, edgy, and full of awesome. Picture the savage Wolverine with his adamantium claws and berserker rage, joining forces with the Sonic Scream Queen, Black Canary. This pairing is pure, unadulterated badassery. Imagine them infiltrating a secret Hydra base, with Wolverine slashing through enemies while Black Canary's Canary cry shatters defenses and incapacitates foes. Picture this, a dark and stormy night, rain lashing down as Wolverine and Black Canary stealthily scale the walls of a foreboding Hydra base hidden deep in the mountains. Inside, they face a gauntlet of armed guards and deadly traps, but with Wolverine's ferocity and Black Canary's tactical use of her sonic scream, they fight their way through the base. Maybe they're on a mission to rescue a captured agent, or maybe they're uncovering a conspiracy that threatens both the X-Men and the Justice League. Either way, this team-up would be a non-stop action fest with plenty of intense fight scenes and some surprisingly deep character moments. Imagine Wolverine, haunted by his past, finding a kindred spirit in Black Canary, who has also faced her share of trauma. Their shared experiences could lead to some powerful and emotional scenes amidst the action. Get ready for a cosmic clash of the Titans. Captain Marvel, the cosmically powered powerhouse, and Supergirl, the Kryptonian powerhouse, would be an incredible sight to behold. These two are all about strength, flight, and inspiring heroism. Imagine them soaring through space, battling alien invaders, and protecting Earth from intergalactic threats. Picture this, a vast armada of alien warships descending upon Earth, their weapons charged and ready to fire. Captain Marvel and Supergirl, streaks of red and blue, intercept the attack, their energy blasts and super strength punches sending shockwaves through space. Maybe a rogue Kree faction threatens to destroy Earth, and only Captain Marvel and Supergirl can stop them. This team-up would be a visual feast, with dazzling energy blasts, super strength battles, and some heartwarming moments of female empowerment. Imagine Captain Marvel, a seasoned veteran, mentoring Supergirl, who is still learning to control her immense powers. Their interactions could be both inspiring and empowering, showcasing the strength and resilience of female heroes. Prepare to enter a world of magic and mysticism. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, and Zatanna, the Mistress of Magic, would be a spellbinding duo. Their magical abilities and mystical knowledge would make for some truly mind-bending visuals and battles. Imagine them facing off against a demonic entity that threatens to engulf both the Marvel and DC universes. Picture this, a swirling vortex of dark energy opening up in the sky, unleashing hordes of demonic creatures upon the world. Doctor Strange and Zatanna, their hands glowing with mystical energy, combine their powers to seal the portal and banish the demons back to the depths of hell. They could be exploring alternate dimensions, battling interdimensional beings, and casting spells that defy the laws of reality. This team-up would be a visual masterpiece with stunning special effects and some intriguing explorations of magic and the supernatural. Imagine Doctor Strange with his Eastern-inspired magic and Zatanna with her stage magician flair, combining their unique styles to create some truly spectacular spells. Time for some tech-savvy superhero shenanigans. Iron Man, the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist, and Booster Gold, the time-traveling hero with a penchant for self-promotion, would be a hilarious and action-packed duo. Imagine them battling a time-traveling villain who's trying to alter history. Picture this, a futuristic cityscape with flying cars and towering skyscrapers suddenly thrown into chaos as a time-traveling villain unleashes a weapon that could erase entire eras from existence. Iron Man in his latest and greatest armor and Booster Gold with his futuristic gadgets team up to chase the villain through time, preventing him from altering the past and safeguarding the future. Iron Man's advanced technology and Booster Gold's futuristic gadgets would make for some awesome action sequences. Throw in some classic Tony Stark wit and Booster Gold's comedic antics, and you've got a team-up that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. Imagine Tony Stark, ever the showman, trying to one-up Booster Gold in the heroics department, leading to some hilarious competitive banter. Get ready for a monstrous mashup. The Hulk, the gamma-powered rage monster, and Swamp Thing, the protector of the green, would be a visually stunning and surprisingly deep pairing. Imagine them battling a threat that endangers both humanity and the environment. Picture this, a toxic wasteland where mutated creatures roam and the air is thick with pollution. Hulk, enraged by the destruction, unleashes his fury upon the monsters, while Swamp Thing, his connection to nature amplified by the devastation, uses his powers to heal the land and restore balance. Hulk's brute strength and Swamp Thing's connection to nature would make for some epic battles. This team-up would be a visual spectacle, with Hulk's destructive power contrasting with Swamp Thing's earthy abilities. Plus, it could explore themes of environmentalism and the consequences of unchecked power. Imagine Hulk, a symbol of destructive rage, learning to control his anger through his interaction with Swamp Thing, who embodies the restorative power of nature. Hold on to your chimichangas, folks, because this team-up is going to be insane. Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth, and Ambush Bug, the fourth wall-breaking goofball, would be a comedic goldmine. Imagine them breaking the fourth wall, poking fun at superhero tropes, and causing chaos wherever they go. Maybe they're battling a villain who's trying to censor all humor in the universe, or maybe they're just causing mayhem for the sake of it. Picture this, Deadpool and Ambush Bug dressed in ridiculous costumes, suddenly appearing on the set of a serious superhero movie, interrupting the dramatic fight scene with their wacky antics and nonsensical banter. This team-up would be a hilarious and meta-filled adventure that's sure to leave you in stitches. Prepare for a dark and gritty showdown. Batman, the Dark Knight of Gotham, and the Punisher, the ruthless vigilante, would be a controversial but undeniably compelling pairing. Imagine them facing off against a criminal organization that's too powerful for either of them to handle alone. Picture this, the dark underbelly of Gotham, where crime lords and assassins operate with impunity. Batman, using his detective skills and stealth, infiltrates the organization, while the Punisher, armed to the teeth, wages a one-man war on their operations. Batman's detective skills and the Punisher's brutal tactics would make for a morally complex and action-packed story. This team-up would explore the gray areas of justice and the consequences of taking the law into your own hands. Imagine Batman, who adheres to a strict no-kill rule, clashing with the Punisher's lethal methods, leading to some intense moral dilemmas and philosophical debates. And finally, the ultimate mind meld. Professor X, the telepathic leader of the X-Men, and Martian Manhunter, the telepathic Martian hero, would be a powerful and thought-provoking duo. Imagine them using their combined telepathic abilities to solve a global crisis, or maybe they're facing off against a psychic threat that could enslave the minds of everyone on Earth. Picture this, a world on the brink of war, fueled by fear and mistrust. Professor X and Martian Manhunter, their minds linked, reach out to the leaders of the warring nations, calming their fears and fostering understanding through telepathic communication. This team-up would be a cerebral and philosophical exploration of the power of the mind and the importance of empathy and understanding. Imagine Professor X, a champion of human-mutant coexistence, and Martian Manhunter, an alien who has experienced prejudice and discrimination, sharing their experiences and insights on overcoming hatred and prejudice. Want more superhero insights that go against the grain? If you're tired of the same old big names, click here to discover my top 10 newest underrated DC superheroes with the most potential. You might just find your new favorite character.